So you look at it, and the changes on the offensive staff are pretty significant. You know, you've got Ken Dorsey, now you got Dickerson, you bring in Rees, you bring in Deuce Staley. Do you expect the offense to look different? Will it look different enough? Will they be able to change it enough to showcase Deshaun Watson, or to not even showcase, to let him be as good as he can potentially be?
I think with the addition, the season runs in, like when I was in college, the season broke up into two parts, right? When the season was there, you were underneath your position coach, and you were so, in tune with what you were doing, specifically game in and game out. When the season was over, you broke away a little bit at a time, and then they transitioned you to the strength and conditioning coordinator and the academics people. Right now, you're doing your study tables, you're lifting weights, you're trying to get it better. You go to spring ball. Now you're in spring ball. You're back into the mix with some of your coaching staff, and then in the summer, it was your team captains and it was the veterans that would lead this stuff up and doing your extra runs. I think the same thing is going to have to be for the team with the Cleveland Browns. They did a good job, the coaching, everything they needed to do in the season. They won the awards. Now we talk about this. It's up to your rehab. How does Chubb come back? How does Deshaun Watson come back? Is Jack Conklin going to be ready? What about DeJuan Jones, Jed Will, some of those big names? Are they going to have their legs underneath them? Then you take a look at it, Andrew Berry. We got the draft and we got free agency. If you can get me a couple of pieces, you need a receiver. You might need to look at running back. You may need to look at linebacker. They need to get better at some places, especially receiver. Now it's time for Andrew Berry to take over. If they can get Deshaun Watson some of the pieces and parts that he needs, and they do have a new, fresh take on offense, doesn't have to necessarily be drastically different, but a fresh take on it. Some of the stuff that the Rams can do, where you can scheme guys open with motion. Some of the stuff that what the Shanahan can do with getting receivers open and running the ball at the same time. If you could do that, I think this offense could look a little bit different. And I think they could be a team that throws the ball 65% of the time versus running it, 60% and running play action.